I'm Jason Ellis, and this is Techville News. Today is Tuesday, April 27th. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Here are your top entertainment industry news headlines from yesterday to know going into your workday today. We'll get a clearer message today on the ratings for the Oscars, but early numbers for the Oscar ratings is pretty dismal. It is coming in right now that they haven't even cracked 10 million total viewerships, only coming in at 9.85. That's insanely low. 10 years ago, we were seeing numbers at 37.9 million viewers. In terms of ratings, this year's Oscars only hit 1.9 in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. This is an all-time low at a 64.2% rating drop. I mean, I know ABC sold out in their ad revenue, but this is not going to bode well for future advertisers and networks hosting the Oscars, because across board of award shows this season have been a consistent 60% drop in ratings. And I will say, sure, it's COVID, but I am getting a little tired of using that as an asterisk to these ratings, because people are home. People are home to watch. I think there are some issues in the greater picture, because the fact that 10 years ago, we had 37.9 million viewers for the 2011 Oscars, and all of a sudden now we're down to 9. There's something more happening. And I think there's a range of problems. I'm going to list off a couple. You can disagree. You can agree with me. Leave in the comments if you disagree. But I do think, one, people are getting tired of Hollywood patting themselves on the back, especially during the pandemic, because these Hollywood A-listers are going, look at us, everything's fine, don't worry about it, while the rest of the country is in shambles. So going and having an award show to go, look, we made a movie about your downtrodden lives, you should give us awards and thanks, is a pretty poor picture to paint. On top of it, the Oscars have become more and more political, especially for liberals. And I am a Democrat, so I'm not knocking the messages, but it's almost as if every speech now has a political message, where that wasn't the norm, a few years ago. Actually, yes, it was a few years ago, but I would say 10 years ago. So I think because of our divide in the country, it is turning people off from tuning in. And it's not good. But I will say there's another aspect of this as well, and I think that is social media, because celebrities are essentially viewable on a daily basis, on a very intimate base. People don't want to tune in for the Oscars because they're going, well, I'll just go onto Instagram, or I'll go watch their Facebook Live. So I think it's a big difference that now these celebrities are not just on your TV, but they're actually more intimate into your life, because you can see them on demand on a daily basis. While 10, 15, 20 years ago, the only time you actually saw these celebrities together was during award ceremonies. So I think because of social media, it is changing how viewers want to watch and see their celebrity. And I guarantee, I'm very curious, I'm curious what the numbers are for the pre-show of the fashion, because I feel like more people are going to tune in for that than the actual Oscar ceremony itself. So we'll see later today what the numbers are for the Oscar ratings, but having a not break 10 million viewers is a pretty concerning issue for award show producers and networks. In some, I would say, semi-controversial news, just off the back of Thomas Vinterberg winning for Best International Film at the Oscars for another round, it has been announced that Appian Way, Endeavor Content, and Make Ready are going to do a American remake with potentially Leonardo DiCaprio to star. It's so funny because this movie literally just won an Oscar, and the fact that it is now being remade, there's a lot of controversy about this, because A, read subtitles. It's a very good movie. Obviously, it just won the Oscar, so why do you need the American remake so soon? I don't mind doing an American remake if it's been a few years, but to do it right off the back of the success of this is interesting. And the other issue is Mads Mikkelsen, who's the lead of the Another Round, the Dutch version, is a proper English-speaking actor. So there's no reason for him not to do this. So it's interesting for them to go, hey, instead of Mads, we're going to have Leonardo play this role. Of course, Thomas Vinterberg is being very political because he has had a lot of his other works adapted into other languages, other mediums, but it's just interesting to take a project that literally just won an Oscar and go, we're going to make an American remake because we can't read subtitles here. It's honestly sadly true, but let it breathe a little bit. In a pretty fantastic sounding limited series, 7-time BAFTA Award winner Peter Kaminsky has created a project called The Undeclared War. He is also known for being a wonderful writer and director. It's behind the whole team behind this is from the Golden Globe winning drama Wolf Hall. It's going through Colin Counter's production company Playground and is being a shared production by Peacock and Channel 4. So The Undeclared War is essentially going to be about a post-pandemic 2024 when a British general election is happening, and very true to what we know in America, is concentrating on a cyber force preventing a cyber attack against their electoral system. So pretty relevant, I would say. And on top of this, already spectacular creative team, Simon Pegg and Mark Rylance have been tapped to play some of the leading roles. So curious to see how this comes out, but it is going to be a 6-part series, and I think will do very good for Peacock, who is needing a centerpiece of a project for prestige caliber. So curious to see how it comes out, but congrats to Peacock and Channel 4 on this one. Constantin Films is continuing to build out their exec roster, now bringing 30-year industry veteran Richard S. Wright on as their SVP of physical production. Richard, I think a lot of people know because he was at Lakeshore Entertainment for 2 decades as their head of production. Of course, Lakeshore has gone, unfortunately, to the very much wayside and has practically disappeared, and Lakeshore was one of the top production companies out there. I mean, Richard has previously done $1 Million Baby, The Gift, and I think what Constantin really brought him on for was because of the Underworld franchise. Obviously, Constantin is known for their action projects, sci-fi, fantasy, and even dark skewing genres. And of course, because Constantin most recent project that's upcoming to be released is the reboot of Resident Evil, starring Kaya Scodelario. So I think bringing on Richard is a great move for this company. It's curious to see what he does to help build Constantin even bigger. Apple yesterday came out with a really big announcement of how they are putting money back into the U.S. economy. They announced they are putting essentially $1 billion back by creating more jobs, more infrastructure. They're primarily going to be expanding their major footprint into North Carolina by building a new hub for them. But for Hollywood, the important takeaway from their message was they're going to be building their growing footprint in Culver City, and they are going to be adding 3,000 employees by 2026. Of course, this is where Apple TV Plus is based in Culver City, so they are going to be expanding other parts of their business, but they're also going to be building out the Apple TV structure. And on top of it, they announced a part of their 5-year investment plan includes, they're saying dozens, quote unquote, of Apple TV Plus productions across 20 different states at the same time. So they are making a concerted effort to go, let's put productions across the country to make job growth, which is a wonderful message that I think other studios need to start mimicking. You look at Disney, their primary stays of shooting are either A, London at Pinewood Studios, or B, in Atlanta. But I think it's smart to go, let's start changing what we're doing. Yes, tax incentives are a big issue, but when you're a multi-million-dollar giant studio, I think a wonderful message is going, let's spread the wealth, use other states to help make productions and add to their growing economy. Just publicity-wise, that makes a lot of sense. I think this is a very smart move by Apple. And, congrats on them on putting money back into America. Why the hell not? All right, let's get into some attachment news. The first one up is the sequel to Enchanted, which Disney is calling Disenchanted. Maya Rudolph, Yvette Nicole Brown, and Gemma Mays have been brought on to join the Disney Plus sequel. Adam Shankman is, of course, directing this feature and is going to start shooting in late spring. They haven't announced exactly what roles they're playing, but if I remember correctly, I do want to predict that Maya and Yvette are playing, I want to say evil sisters, but something along that area, or like silly, funny henchmen. But I think they are going to be playing villains in this project, which I freaking love because Maya Rudolph and Yvette going back and forth is going to be very, very funny. So we'll see what happens when the movie comes out on Disney Plus. Derek Webster and Taylor Hanley have been cast opposite Jeremy Renner and Diane Wiest in the Paramount Plus drama series Mayor of Kingstown. Derek is going to be playing the role of Stevie. He is a Kingstown police officer, while Taylor Hanley will be playing Kyle McCluskey, who is a police officer, but also the brother to Jeremy Renner's character, Mike McCluskey, who is the mayor of Kingstown. Of course, this comes from Taylor Sheridan, Antoine Fuqua, 101 Studios, and MTV Entertainment Studios. Paramount Plus is very much pushing for a companion series to Yellowstone because that has done gangbusters for them. So Taylor Sheridan is becoming their golden boy. Essentially, Greg Berlanti is to CW, or Ryan Murphy is to now Netflix. Taylor Sheridan is now to Paramount Plus. So I think we're going to see a lot more Taylor Sheridan projects coming out through Paramount Plus, and Mayor Kingstown is only the start of it. Paper Girls, the new series from Amazon. Amazon has found their 4 new series regulars: Sophia Rosinski, Cameron Jones, Riley Lanella, and Fina Straza have all come on board. This is based on the Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang's graphic novel, and essentially it's about 4 girls who are out delivering papers get caught between warring factions of time travelers, and it sends them through a crazy time traveler adventure. I have not read this graphic novel, but I've actually heard very positive reviews about it. And also, Amazon is needing a almost young tongue-in-cheek project, so I hope it fits that model. I have not read the script yet, but I am hopefully very positive about it, just because it's Legendary TV producing with Plan B, and then is being co-showrun by Stephanie Folsom and Chris Rogers. So great auspices attached, and hopefully these young leading women are going to do justice to the project. So very curious to see, but I think congrats to these 4 actresses for getting these roles. All right, those are your top headlines to know going to your workday today. Once again, I'm Jason Ellis. Please remember to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. See you later.